This is one pot weeknight lasagna. Browning some lean ground beef in a big Dutch oven. Goal is always leftovers. So I'm doing 2 pounds. I'm gonna get that kind of broken up, and we wanna give it a good chance to get that nice crispy brown, because we're browning the meat, not graying the meat. You would be amazed at the difference that it makes if you actually brown your meat. I've seen recipes similar to this referred to as lazy lasagna, and I would like to explain to you why I emphatically reject that title. This is not lazy. This is efficient. It's got some good color on it. There's some crispy bits on the bottom. I'm gonna add my onions to this. Oh God, the onions. Oh! While my onions are sauteing with my meat, I'm gonna add a healthy dose of dried basil with some Italian seasoning. This is gonna give my herbs and spices a chance to rehydrate and bloom in this mixture. Generous shake of onion powder, a big enough scoop of garlic that it'll shock your mother-in-law. That wasn't shocking enough. There we go. Teensy bit of red pepper flakes, good bit of salt. Probably gonna need more if we're just being honest. Tomato paste. Give that a good stir and kind of caramelize the sugars that are in that tomato paste. This is totally optional, but I am going to fill my tomato paste can with just a little bit of red wine. If you don't have any red wine, skip this. You could just add a tiny bit of water or just go on to the rest of your tomato products. But once you start adding liquid to this, you want to give it a scrape on the bottom of the pan, loosen up all those brown bits from the meat and the tomato paste. Mine's had a chance to evaporate a little bit. I'm adding 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes. I'm going to show y'all a secret, because I love you. If you don't want it to be so acidic, instead of adding a bunch of sugar to it, baking soda. Just a little bit. Neutralizes the acid in the tomatoes. 1 28-ounce can of water. Using these little radiator pasta. It's radiatori. It's made in Italy and bronze cut. Fancy. 1 pound of radiatori pasta. Now we're just going to gently kind of poke this down in our liquid. Get every piece of pasta coated in sauce so that it doesn't stick together. We're going to bring this up to a simmer, reduce it to low, and put our lid on. This is a good time to taste for seasoning. Make sure you're stirring this occasionally just so it doesn't settle and scorch on the bottom. While we're waiting on our noodles to finish cooking, we're going to make our cheese filling that we're going to dollop on the top. This is my absolute favorite part. I could eat a bowl of just this with about 1 pound of ricotta, about 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. No, it's not the fancy kind. It's the shaky cheese. Basil, salt. Not a whole lot because the Parmesan is kind of salty. I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder and a little bit of garlic powder in this. Also, some other fabulous additions to this. Fresh basil, if you happen to have it. Some frozen chopped spinach that you've thawed and wring the moisture out of it. Fantastic. Black pepper. Put a good mix. My pasta is nearly done. I've had mine on about a medium low this whole time. Kind of bloop, 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 bloop the whole time. Now it's time for our cheese mixture. Dollops of our cheese mixture all over the top of our pot. Mine are a little big. I'm going to divide my dollops in half. Learn from my mistakes, please. Now that we're all dolloped, I'm going to go in with probably about 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, just enough to get it covered so that it's nice and gooey. Reminiscent of lasagna, because, yeah. Now we're going to put our lid back on. Heat is on at the absolute lowest setting. I'm going to leave it for about 5 more minutes just so our cheese is nice and melty. Once you've let it sit, go ahead and turn your heat off and let it rest. Just about 10 minutes. It's just going to bring everything together, tighten everything up, and it'll be nice and spoonable and it won't fall all apart. Look at it. Oh my goodness.